Like the buttery rose.
Whatever. It is not. It's been a long time. So what's up?
Hi,
I'm Brody.
I'm Jenna, and this is our YouTube channel.
All right. So that's over. For a long time, we haven't really done much of this, and it's basically Jenna's fault and the pandemic, whatever.
The whole pandemic was my fault.
Pretty much. So I thought it'd be kind of cool to drop a small little video. I got a little contraption here. It kind of helps us where we don't have to have microphones on our face, right? We don't have to hear Jenna adjust it every 32 seconds. But I want to talk about something that's going on in the CrossFit world today. So Andrew Hilliard,
Something like that.
Yeah. I always say Hilliard. It's Andrew Hiller. I stumbled on his YouTube. I don't even know how. It was just something that kind of popped up. I sent it to you.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, there is another version of me in this world.
Scary.
It's very scary. So, we talked, some of the stuff he talked about, if you haven't checked out his YouTube, go check it out. A lot of cool videos. He talks a lot about the stuff we used to talk about a few years ago, but on a more current, up-to-date scale level, and that is the CrossFit Open, the CrossFit quarterfinals. And obviously we already know that Dave Castro got kicked out for no obvious reason, probably because he was too good for them. And I'm not a Dave Castro fan. Are you a Dave Castro fan?
Yeah, aren't you blocked by Dave Castro?
I think that was accidental. But yes, I am blocked by Dave Castro. I don't even know what the hell happened there. But even though I am blocked by him and Brooke Wells, that's probably why I am blocked. Because Brooke blocked me. He definitely got the short end of the stick when this whole transition kind of took over. And since then, obviously, there's been leaks of workouts, which is crazy. Like,
yeah,
that is absolutely insane, where they leaked the last open workout.
And
they leaked all the quarterfinal workouts about 3 or 4 hours prior, I believe, with all the videos and everything. And to me, that's just mind-blowing. So they're under a lot of scrutiny. Obviously, getting rid of Dave was a big deal. He's grassroots. Yeah, maybe people didn't like him. I mean, I didn't care for him too much, but the dude still needs to be part of what we're doing. And when you do something, you make a massive impact inside of a community that's known someone for so long. You better bring your fucking A game the rest of the time. So we have the CrossFit Open, and this year's Open was very skewed, in my opinion. It only favored one aspect of athlete, and then you got to see that actually in quarters, because when people who qualified from the Open to go to quarterfinals, they got absolutely destroyed in the quarterfinals, and the rankings really show that. So moving on, Andrew's brought a massive amount of attention to the standard of movement. And how do you feel about when people don't hold a standard of movement inside of a CrossFit event?
I mean, it's annoying, but at the same time, I feel like that's on them. You can't change who people are, and they have to go to sleep at night knowing that they didn't do the right thing. Just like life, can't really.
Yeah, but you're getting after it, you're killing it, and they're just flying past you, and their rep after rep after rep is inaccurate, and
it's definitely annoying.
They end up beating you, keeps you off the podium. And that's just they have to sleep at night. Well, they're sleeping just fine. They're sleeping on that first, second, or third place finish that they got. But I agree, it's annoying.
I think most of all, it makes you not want to do it anymore. Just it takes away from wanting to compete or whatever, because it's not fun. You're investing not only money, which is a big deal, but time is bigger to me than anything, especially when I don't have a lot of free time. So on the weekends, I don't.
Okay. So she sits here in this beanbag 99% of the day. Okay, 98%. But no, it does get frustrating. It really pisses me off. We just had this experience at a competition. Didn't go too well. Just blew my mind, which now reminds me of what's going on in the quarterfinals. If you haven't paid attention, like I said, go check out his YouTube videos. I think it's pretty crazy. The standard of movement among the elite athletes has always been something I've ridiculed. They get away with something because of who they are and not because of what they do. The Brookwell's effect in the meaning of, oh, she has the capacity to do the work, so therefore we're going to put her video through, which is absolutely insane. You know, there was Danny Spiegel, which is right up there with Brooke Wells with me. I don't like her. It's just kind of like I'm the shit, and I'm like, you're not. And so she puts out this video for ring muscle ups, and they are her last set. None of them count. Not one of them. Not one lockout. Not a positive lockout up top. Submits a score. Not only does she submit the score, it's a freaking... She took a minute off of what the actual time in the background showed. That was corrected. But my problem is, in any competition, hell, even here in CrossFit, in a regular class, if you don't complete a movement, what happens?
Yeah, you get no rep. You have to do another one.
Do another one. And if you don't do that, what happens?
Modify.
You don't go on to the next element.
Yeah.
So you have to keep redoing this over and over and over and over again, or you don't go on. So I don't understand that she doesn't complete these ring muscle ups, and for some reason she gets like a 90-second penalty, and that's it. And so she still finishes under most people in the world, and all she gets is a 90-second penalty, and it's just a massive black mark on what CrossFit to me has always stood for, which is integrity, accountability, and standard of movement, period. We still preach that to this day. It's one of the very few things that I take from like HQ. And maybe it's not not an HQ thing, but I think it's a CrossFit thing. Like, hey, do your rep to the fullest of ability, hold the standard, have integrity of who you are. You know, if you're doing no rep, redo it, and have the accountability to hold yourself accountable for being a piece of shit and not doing the reps. Pretty simple. But I'm confused on why this is now accepted. Why is this accepted at local competitions? Why is this now accepted online for the Open? Why is this accepted for the quarterfinals? Why is this accepted for any online like movement? Why? Why is this the new norm?
I don't know. I think it's weird that it took this long to call people out, though, because, like, I remember a long time ago when people were doing, well, not people, I guess it was, like, more elite athletes were doing thrusters, and it was, like their head wasn't through or anything. I'm like, did the standard, like, I honestly thought maybe the standard changed.
Yeah.
Or, like, with a burpee, like, no one's chest was on the ground. Like, mainly Katrin, I remember doing that, like, really bad. And I don't know. I just was like, I honestly thought maybe the standard had changed, like, because there were so many of them doing it for what we thought was wrong, which is not a proper standard. And little stuff like that does cut time off when you're not doing it right. So, of course, it's going to be faster when you're not completing a full movement, but
to become a norm is just, that's what blows my mind as an affiliate owner, supporter of CrossFit, and you have CrossFit HQ they're watching these freaking videos, and the movement to anybody that is a novice CrossFitter is not to standard. With that said, they're getting hit with these what they call a major penalty, but they're minor in the grand scheme of things. So in essence, they're getting rid of the hardest movement of a workout, so the 30 muscle ups in that workout, and doing pistols and GHDs. Well, hell, if I don't lock out every single muscle up and I'm not completing every single rep to its fullest, why should that count, right? Mm-hmm. So then you go fast forward to quarterfinals. Right now there's a massive thing going on where people aren't making it to semifinals because of invalid scores that are being accepted, meaning on the shuttle run, and this has all been covered, I'm just kind of hashing this, but on the shuttle run, it was down and back equals 1. You had to do the 8 times for the first round. Well, these people were putting up these insane times because they're only doing half the reps. They're going down is 1, back is 1. So they're every 2 that they do is 2 reps instead of 1. So they're beating a lot of these top athletes in the score. CrossFit has validated these scores, and it's just first off, it's wrong, right? Because the videos are there. You can clearly see them not doing what they're supposed to do. 2, now it's keeping people out of the semifinals. CrossFit released a statement to the Morning Chalk Up, which was pretty crazy, and they're catching a lot of heat for this, as they should, saying that based on the mathematics they've ran, it does not impact anybody going into the semifinals. People across the world have now calculated, who are very good at this type of thing, crunching numbers, and shown that I believe 4 to 5 people, men alone in the North America region, are now not going. Could you imagine being the athlete that's not going? There's a video that clearly shows that they're not freaking holding the standard, okay? Mm-hmm. You're watching this video, you are now directly impacted by this, and now you can't go to semifinals. And CrossFit's come out and said all videos and scores are final.
Yeah, I mean, like I said earlier, I think eventually people get tired of doing stuff. Sometimes it takes one time, sometimes it takes multiple, but eventually the sport will die because people don't want to waste their time. Like, it's not just time, like they invest a lot of money, especially on like recovery at that stage of
level.
That level, and like trying to meet that goal. And when you have people who are just cheating, then
in essence, that's what they're doing. They're cheating. I don't care if it's right or wrong. As a judge, I'm watching this. You know, a lot of people want to ridicule the athletes. Shame on the judges. Yeah. Like, I cannot imagine judging one of our athletes and watching rep after rep after rep after rep not be done correctly and then allowing them to continue. Are you freaking kidding me? Like, it's absolutely insane to me, right? The people who have pushed back against Andrew are the same type of people who say that rep shaving is okay because it doesn't affect them. It just affects the person doing it. Well, that's bullshit. When you have a rep shaver inside your gym, it affects your community. It doesn't only affect them. It affects... People get pissed off. Like, you're sitting here, you're doing the work, you're busting your ass. This person's doing half the work and half the time. And then not only do they do that, they boast about it and they talk shit about it in essence. Doesn't happen here, but other gyms, we know it does happen. We've talked a lot about rep shaving. So the same people who are kind of pushing back to Andrew are the same people that think that's okay. They think it's okay to shave reps because it doesn't affect them. They think it's okay that for this video to be highly inaccurate because it doesn't affect them. But if it affected them, they'd be pissed. And that's where I kind of draw the line. Like, CrossFit pissed me off about the whole Dave Castro thing. Not because they fired him, but how they went about doing it. To me, it seemed like it was all out of jealousy from the new CEO who now is on the board because he can't handle the pressure of running a company. Well, what the fuck did you sign up for? Yeah. Like, why would you sign up to run CrossFit and then have to melt away in the corner because shit ain't perfect, and then out of the shadows you come and you fire Dave Castro? Are you kidding me? Like, first off, as an affiliate owner, pissed me off beyond anything because we're represented by the top, and our top failed, okay? If I fail here at the gym, and there's a trickle-down effect amongst everybody if I fail, and it's just not right. There's no ownership of CrossFit. There's no explanation of CrossFit. They're saying now poor standards is accepted across a worldwide competition that had 300,000 athletes doing it. What's that say to the athlete inside the gym? Well, shit, if they do it, I don't have to lock out. How do you think they're going to train all year round? How they're going to practice all year round?
We see it.
we see it, absolutely. We see it on Instagram all the time. But now what you have is CrossFit's trying to make sport an important aspect of CrossFit. They released it at the town hall, affiliate town hall. They're talking about how they're going to focus on the sport. They want to grow the sport because that's going to help grow affiliates. Well, I'll tell you what, if that's your fucking product you're putting out there, and you're saying that's going to grow my affiliate, and you're doing half-ass standards, half-ass reps, and it's being counted, I don't want to be a part of that. I don't want that a part of my freaking affiliate at all. It's not accepted here. Why is it accepted there? It would be like the NFL, okay? You got a receiver, they're running across the middle, they don't even have a ball, and someone runs into them and knocks them out. And they don't call a penalty. You just seen it. You take their best player out, okay? There's rules for a reason.
Yeah.
Right? Do you always have to get them right? No. Are the CrossFitters moving the speed of an NFL athlete and where everything's done? Sometimes you need instant replay to figure it out. No, they're not. But when you have video evidence that clearly states something, what the hell are you doing? Like, why are you not looking at this? I remember this happened to Arnold a few years ago at us. We completed a workout, submitted the scores back to back to back, 3 workouts. I completed a section with someone, and then 2 people completed the other 2 people. So I complete my section. I'm dying. I get up, recover, and start cheering people on. Go to check our scores. Our judge gave us 1 full round less than what we did. It kept us off the podium that year, which is a big deal. Was a big deal to us. You look at the video that was live streamed. It shows us doing all the work. It shows us doing all the reps. It shows that there was 1 round off, but because we signed off on it in the middle of competing, which is, I don't count everybody. Do you count everybody's reps when you're competing?
No, I'm focused on myself.
Well, I'm saying after you do something.
Oh, no.
What are you doing?
Huh?
What are you doing? Like, after you work out, what do you usually go do?
Cheer other people on.
Or die. I'm dying. Like, I'm laying there. I'm trying to grasp. Like, get air. 2 or 3 minutes. I'm back up. Whatever. I don't know what they did. You know, I don't know where they're at. So you sign the score sheet, and then that is on me for signing it, but shit, I assume that they get it right. Well, CrossFit sees that they're not right, and they're signing off on it.
Mm-hmm.
Am I the only one fired up?
I mean, I don't let it bother me as much as stuff does you.
Oh, God. I can't stand it, and it annoys the piss out of me. You guys know that's followed us for the last couple of years. Other than that, I don't have much. I really hope that CrossFit tightens their stuff up. I think they're going to have a drop in registration numbers. Plain and simple. There's a lot of pissed off people. I think the Open was so skewed to make everybody included, which I'm cool with, but you can still test your strength and your movements without making it completely a body weight. I felt it was mostly favored body weight athletes.
For sure. For sure, all body weight.
And which, in my opinion, is an incomplete test. So I don't care where I finish. I just know that it was an incomplete test, and you're not going to get the best people to go onto the quarters. And once again, before quarters even happened, I said the same thing, and what ended up happening? These people got buried with 135-pound snatch for a female or 185 for a male. They got buried on high. They can't even make out of the first round of the ring muscle ups, if they can even do one. Like, you had no form of test to make sure these athletes were good to go. And now when you go to semifinals, you're going to have people in there that squeak in there that shouldn't be there technically. And CrossFit's like, you know what, fuck it. They can go. We don't care. It doesn't matter. Why? Because they got all the heavy hitters they wanted in there, like Danny Spiegel, and all these other elite athletes who do half-ass standards and think it's cool because they have, so many Instagram followers and they think they're above life. You know what? They're a CrossFitter. They're nothing else. Like, it's CrossFit in the end. That they're not more special than me and Jenna sitting right here. They just have a bigger following, but you think with such a big following, they have a higher standard.
Yeah. I would feel like weird too with like that many people. I don't know. I understand like when you're trying to go fast, which I think is like taking away from like the standard.
Mm-hmm.
But I understand sometimes when you're going fast, you can't really tell if you're like walking out all the way.
But whose job is it? I was
about to say, but then that's where a judge would come in to be like, hey, slow it down a little bit and like do it the right way.
Certified judge. You had to have a certified judge for quarterfinals. Pay your $10, pass their stupid whatever their damn test. Now you're a certified judge, and they're just letting them just crank it away. Why? Because it's Danny Spiegel, or it's this elite athlete who are just doing the half-ass reps, and they're okay with it because why? Ultimately, they want them to have the fastest time, and they know CrossFit's not going to do shit about it, right? If you could speed every single day of your life, and well, not you, but someone like...
I still speed.
You still speed on the back roads?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So if you could speed every day of your life and know that you can never get pulled over, would you speed?
Yeah.
I would speed all the time. right? So I don't know. There's a standard. Hold the standard. That's all I got.
Peace.
Peace out. Probably didn't record all of it.